Good morning. I'm Monique Klein here at GBTA Media Day at the 2021 convention here in Orlando, Florida. It's great to be here, and joining me this morning is an old friend, industry friend and colleague, I think who needs no introduction, Tony DeStolfo, who is now the Senior Vice President for North America for Zeno by Serko.
Thank you, Melissa. It's great to be here.
Welcome.
And I noticed you did a little emphasis on the old, which is that's perfectly acceptable because you're absolutely right. But it's great to be here. Great to see you as always.
Great to see you as well. So I understand Zeno and, am I saying it right?
Zeno is correct.
Zeno and GBTA announced joint research study results, return to business travel, and evolution of buyers and stakeholders in the wake of COVID-19.
Yes, we were very excited to partner with GBTA. We're kind of thinking about what should we survey the audience about, right? So we were thinking, okay, what's going to change post-pandemic, right? So we went out, we tapped into GBTA's audience, both the US and Canada. We had about 160 travel managers participate in the survey. And what we were trying to find out was what's going to be different post the pandemic, related to the OBT, but more broadly, what's different on your policy, what's different on, how are you taking care of your travelers. So it's a focused study, it's broad, the research is pretty interesting, and I'm here today just to release some of the preliminaries, so give the audience a little teaser.
All right.
We'll have the full study available probably right after New Year.
Okay. So what were some of the top line takeaways that as a result?
Yeah, so pretty interesting, 46%, I'm going to use some numbers here and I want to make sure I get them right, so I might refer to my notes, but 46% of the folks that responded said that coming out of the pandemic, they're going to be looking to control their program a little tighter. They want people booking on their preferred platform. So I think there was kind of this movement pre-pandemic where people were starting to kind of leak out, program leakage. So 46% said, yeah, we want to control our program leakage. Other highlights from the survey were we want to find a way to get their loyalty status recognized during the process so that can be kind of brought through the entire reservation. And then a couple of other things were increased personalization. And then at the point of purchase, they need to know all of the kind of duty of care and all the things the airlines are doing, what I'm going to expect at my destination. So it was a bunch of things, but what you would expect coming out of a pandemic, more information, right. At the point of purchase.
Right. So another question is, what has COVID-19 had the most impact on for travel managers?
Yeah, so the biggest impact related to booking policy things were, again, control. Okay, so they're basically saying, we want to make sure that we know where our people are at all times, where they're traveling to. We saw a little bit of an uptake in travel pre-approval, which is not surprising, again, that people are saying, yeah, we want to make sure that
I can do this.
Yeah, that I can do this, that I'm safe to be going where I'm going, that I'm tracking where they are. And then the typical things that you would hear, I want to make sure I'm getting the best airfares, I want to make sure I'm getting the best value for my purchase. So it was a combination of things you'd expect and things that we've typically done as an OBT and as a booking tool and as a travel manager, which is that cost control component. And then the other part is, okay, now I've got to prepare them for returning to travel. A lot of them haven't been on the road for 2 years. What's different, right? And so giving them that comfort to say, yeah, I'm ready to get out in this changed environment and make sure that I know everything I need to know.
Yeah. Like packing. I have forgotten how to pack.
So true. So true. I mean, you
used to be able to do it like that, and now I'm like, okay, I have to make a list, check it twice.
Yeah. And you have to, I did a trip to Europe a couple of weeks ago, and the pre-work in order to just figure out, okay, is the country accepting me? What do I need to do before I get there? What do I need to do when I get there? And it made me a little anxious. And I mean, you and I have been in this business a long time. We've taken tons of trips. So, the study is basically saying, hey, travel managers, you got to give these people comfort. right?
Right.
You got to make sure that they're confident to get back out on the road.
Right.
So that was the biggest message.
Okay, and I guess that was goes right into the next question. So what effect or impact will there be for the business travelers, which you've kind of hit on that? But
Yep. And I think when we look at it, more broadly beyond the study told us a lot of things that we already thought were going to happen. So people want to make sure they're getting the best deal. But I think the other thing that was pretty interesting was, it wasn't too long ago where people wanted to see all the options. Right, and they're like, oh yeah, I need to know everything, right? And that's why they kind of leaked out of the program. Sometimes I thought, hey, I'm not seeing everything in my OPT, so what should I be doing? So let me go look at the consumer tools. Let me go to the airline website, the hotel website, because they think they're missing something. So that was the used to be in the old world. Today, what they want us to do is curate the content. Just find the thing that's right for me.
Yeah.
I want it to be personal. I don't really need to go searching and looking. Make sure that it fits what I want to do. So that's another thing that we think the survey will show.
Interesting. So what would you say are going to be the priorities for North American travel managers in the coming year, but also for global? We've got global folks here in attendance, right? So maybe you can touch on both North America as well as
Number
global.
one was getting the program up and running. So it's kind of been in mothballs a little bit, and people have kind of forgotten how to travel, like you said, how to pack, what to do pre-trip. So I think that's the number one thing, just getting the program up and running. And then the second thing is, what do I need to do to better inform my travelers, better take care of my travelers? And that's both international and global. So if you're thinking about, I'm coming from Europe, I'm coming to the United States, what do I need to do to get here? And what do I need to do when I'm here? And then there's that secondary thing, which I think gives people a little anxiety as well, is if I happen to get sick, contract COVID while I'm here, is the company going to take care of me? Will there be this, can I quarantine for 14 days? And so some of that is also, I think, what is creating a little anxiousness, but that I think we all need to prepare for, and that travel managers need to get their head around. They got to get their head around. It's not just booking the trip. It's not the transaction anymore. It's taking care of your travelers from the point they start to think about the trip to when they get home. Right?
Excellent. Wow. Well, it sounds like a lot of things are cooking there, and you've got some great information to share with GBTA attendees here this week.
We're very excited. Again, I'm just going to tell everybody it'll probably be just after the new year that we'll put the full study out, and then we'll invite everybody. I think we're also going to do a webinar. So, but more details to come on that. But you're really excited about the preliminary results, and that it's just giving people more information that we need coming out of this pandemic.
Great. Well, Tony, as always, a pleasure to see you and be with you. And I think you owe me a dance sometime this week, okay?
Same here, on me. I'll actually let you lead, too. How's that?
Great to be with you. Thanks again
Vanessa.
for joining us today.
Super.
Okay. I'm Monisa Klein here at GBTA Media Day, and stay tuned for more.